So, for a little bit of context, what this video is it's going to be about Monster and what Monster does. It's his story, basically. Well, part of his story. This is going to be like the first part of his life in the Imperium of mankind, which his life in the Imperium is an alternate universe. I'm gonna go ahead and say that so nobody gets fucking confused about the added stuff and the stuff that shouldn't be there. This is an alternate universe. So without further ado, let's get into it. Been 2 years since my last entry. Working on my writing skills. My fur grew back in. Probably exposed myself a lot to radiation. Army of Tyranids attacked my planet. I eliminated them, eventually. Still searching for the orcs that killed Mother. I gotta move planets soon. Group of Ultramarines seen here a few days after the Tyranid attack. Late. Ultramarines invaded my cave. I did not want to kill them, but I had to. They were after me, not the aliens. Mad about their bloody Death Watch members. If their bloody Emperor keeps sending armies of humans after me, I will find and kill him. I have no quarrel with the Space Marines, nor the Imperium of Man, but my patience is thin. Some new Marines showed up at my cave, but they did not attempt to kill me. They offered me a high position in their military. In return, they want me to fight for them. And information about myself. I had interest in their blood angels. They told me it's for redemption. Sounded good. I redeemed myself for the lives I've taken. Poor humans. Then he told me about Sanguinius, the angel, and the blood drinking. That blood drinking. Boy, if nothing else got me in, that was it. I'm now a Space Marine. The Blood Angels have red armor. I like red. They wanted to fit me in the armor. I had to remove my bloody tail. Worth it. They gave me a bolter pistol, chainsword, and a very large power sword. Another human showed me a map and told me to kill an army of orcs. I agreed happily, of course. And I did just that. I had my own group, more Blood Angels. They did not like me much until I destroyed most of the orcs in a few minutes. After the battle, they cheered. I humored them and cheered as well. For Sanguinius! For the Emperor! I think I shocked them, but in a good way. Afterwards, we conversed for a long time. Well, they did at least. I stayed silent. I was still disliked. I learned their names. Raburnus, a veteran. Damascus, a tech marine. Alexis, a medical expert. Mevin, a great scout. And so is Animus. Johan is a rookie. Young, but old in the mind. More orcs showed up with an old Titan. My helmet would not fit my large ears and long snout. Boy, am I glad I'm so hard to kill. Thankfully, the Titan weapon systems were damaged. That didn't stop them from firing the volcano cannon.
directly at me. It burned my armor and my flesh. I should be fine. Johan got separated and pinned down. I instructed the team to stay put while I helped him alone. He was very grateful to see me.
Oh, sir, thank the Emperor. I thought I'd never see your fluffy face again, you crazy alien.
I think they like me now. After the battle, we celebrated. There was food and desserts beyond anything I've ever eaten in my home universe. Later, my team was expanded by 2. A battle sister and a felinid. The felinid's name is Duo, and our sister's name is Israela. She reminds me of the females of my tribe, except she's not cannibalistic and has not tried to, well... Anyway, she's a human. So, nothing like mine. Duo and Azrael were fighting partners for a very long time before joining my team. It is evident to me that they have an attraction to each other. It's very cute. They did not like me at first, but now we're getting along really good. Alexis, our medic, has been coughing. He thinks we've not noticed, but we do. I think there is a malfunction in his armor. I'll have Damascus look at it. I miss Planet Tau. My tribe lived on the dark side of its nearest moon, outside of the bloody government's reach. The females of my tribe are bigger, faster, and stronger than the males, but the males were also bigger, faster, and stronger than even the northern Sergals. The other Sergals feared us. Mother was an outsider. She was from the north. Father was severely mutated, yet they mated. Mother was instructed to, devour him by the chiefess. He gladly let her do so. A few weeks later, I was born. A few years after I was born, a portal opened in the sky. And came the orcs, the hunter, and an orc broke in and killed Mother. I was so angry, and still am. They fell back into the portal, and I followed, only to end up in a cave full of dead humans and live Batoid aliens. The humans kept me fed, and the bat people kept me company. Found out I was on planet Terra. I found an abandoned building and read about the Imperium. Multiple decades passed. I've killed countless wandering humans. When I snap, they shot, stabbed, and hit, but nothing worked on me. Nothing ever does work on me, no matter what I try. No matter what I do, I can't die. Every time I slept, I dreamt about General Rain of the Northern Sergals. I'm becoming like her. I'm becoming like my chiefess. I'm becoming just like everyone else in my tribe. I even have General Rain's golden eyes. I wonder if my tribe's existence has something to do with her violent and deviant nature. It must have something to do with mine. I'm currently on the ship. Lots of turbulence during takeoff, and in the planet's atmospheres. Hard to write. Good. Like I can anyway. There is no room in the drop pods, but I describe the experience as nauseating. We've left the atmosphere, so it should be smooth now. I had a new dream about General Rain the other night. I think they're visions. Visions of the past. She wasn't the only mutant. There were 4 others. I do not know the other 4. I do know that the general seemed to have mated with the larger male. Then the smaller male mated with the largest female. The 2 offspring started my mutated, well, species. But Rain didn't stay. Sergals are very passive and positive. What mutation alters the mind of an entire species? Why are we so violent? Why do I just snap? Why can't I remember when I do it? I came from the small male side of our mutant species. I'm not related to General Rain. I do not know if I should be happy or disappointed, or maybe both. Or neither. I believe the visions. Maybe they'll tell me how my regeneration works, but for now I need to work the info I already have. It's bad. My disorder is getting worse. The once gentle and soft voices are now angry and evil. PTSD, schizophrenia. I bloody hate it. How long until I end up killing my new brothers and sister? I'm not scared of much, but I'm terrified of myself. For good reason. All it will take is one more orc attack before I snap. Some of the Marines from the other factions have been hating my team for having a feeling and me in it. An Ultramarine hit Duo today. I beat that guy into the ground, broke every bone in his body, totaled his armor. His team also attacked me. I gave them the same treatment. These fools will learn to respect my team. Duo showed his thankfulness to me, cooking for me. It was a fantastic meal, however, some of his fur got on my plate. Tastes radioactive, like a cat that was in a microwave. I went back to Terra recently. The bats welcomed me back to their cave. The culture is very reminiscent of Navajo, Mohawk, Creek, and Cherokee tribes of the Native Americans of old Terra. I say this because they have 4 distinct regions. The Ovshach, passive, unless provoked, heavily tied in with magic. The Konshika, very aggressive, little ties to magic, but strong as hell. The Elukta, pacifists, but karma is always on their side. And the Shikona, neutral, similar in DNA to the white-winged vampire bats. They took me in and stuff. Very intelligent. They taught me their anthem, how to live off the land and sea, and even gave me a companion. Small mutated bat named Basket. She's about 1 foot tall, maybe less. Vampire bat, so I have to feed her blood. No, I can get plenty. Their species is sapient. Basket is just a normal bat. Their culture does have a leader, a queen and warlord chiefess, Renkashira. She's the strongest, smartest, and most magical thing I've ever seen in this universe. And she just blessed me with some of her magic. There's one specific, named Rima. She's really nice, makes good food, but she's very huggy and kissy. I think she likes me. I made it back to the ship. Everyone loves Basket. Good. I wasn't planning on leaving her here anyway. Mevin decided he wanted to teach me how to write, which makes me happy. He says I'm already good at grammar. I think that's a good thing, whatever grammar is. I've been using K in the place of CK. My ability to spell and my knowledge has gotten better. It's only been 3.5 days. Everyone we've met has liked Basket. If anyone were to do anything to her, I'm having Animus and Damascus build her an indestructible little bat spacesuit with automatic targeting laser weapon systems that should be as powerful as the Titans.
Shopping list. Alright. We need some material for Basket suit. So grab about 20 pounds of graphene, 10 pounds of titanium nickel, some flexible heat stones, a small tracker, HUD and visor. Grab a few mini seismic speakers. A squeak can be used as weapons. 3 power amplifiers, 2 Field mad laser pointers, an OXO to converter, breathing apparatus exercise, a 2 micro small noise amplifiers, some small tungsten hydraulics able to move at least 50 pounds within milliseconds, and a brainwave reader.
Blimey. Alexis has an unknown sickness. Our medic got bloody sick. I can smell it in his blood. It's bad. He's coughing. It's terrible. Blood and mucus. If it gets to a point, I'll infect his DNA with my own. It will cure him, but mutate him too. Then I'll have to protect him from the entire Imperium. It's got to be from something. There has to be a way to fix him, to fix it, to fix everything. We're going back. We have to go back to the Desmodushians. They'll know how to help Alexis. Rima told me about the artifact. It can cure anything, even death. Rima was excited to see me today, I think. Bat hugs are the best hugs. She's gonna help us. They burn the artifact in a massive bonfire. 4 elder shamans dance around it and chant Na Jamavo, which means love the universe. It healed Alexis immediately. The shamans are one from each tribe, by the way. Lenkashila spoke to me. Afterwards, she's twice my size, and I'm 7'9", 10 feet tall in the power armor. Most Desmodushians are just 7 feet tall. The elder of the Ovta is Elder Vin. The elder of the Iloke is Elder Sky. The elder of the Sigona is Elder Mosh. And the elder of the Komshika is Elder Nala. We were called to battle. Rima hugged me goodbye, and we thanked the elders before leaving. It's a 2-day trip back. At least we get to satisfy our lust for blood now. Basket suit isn't ready yet, though. I'm sad to leave, but tired. Most of my team sleeps in cryopods, but me, Duo, and of course Basket sleep in beds. Well, Basket sleeps in my bed, or rather upside down on the ceiling above my bed. I'm sad today. Basket hugged my hand all night. bat hugs are the best hugs. Long and messed up fight. Longest fight. Biggest army I've ever seen. When am I going to find the orc and hunter that killed my mother? When am I going to find them? It's going to be so slow and painful when I do. Robinus, Animus, and Johann, as well as Basket, of course, went with me to explore an undiscovered planet in the Magnus system. It's like once it was spotted, it was a race to get there. Animus and Damascus made some new additions to our ship, and so we won the race, but the orcs and Chaos Marines still came. Those orcs had metal armor. I placed chunks of my corrosive flesh around it, rusted their armor, and crumbled it. The Chaos Marines were harder to dispatch, but the four of us took care of it. I'm surprised to see what I'm currently seeing. A massive underground structure. Beside it is some sort of sphinx with the face of a spider. Drawings of humanoid spider people litter the cave walls, and I'm calling them arachno-humanoids. They have segmented spider-like bodies, but only 4 limbs. I looted the corpsed Chaos Marines leader and found a detailed report on a lost power longsword, once used by a powerful ultramarine. The blade is supposedly slightly bent and needs repair, but still can be used. It was last seen between the O17 Osmond star cluster. I'm going to take it. And we've decided to explore the ancient arachno-humanoid structures as well. The inside of this structure is beyond advanced in tech, compared to anything I've seen before. Some sort of odd lighting lines the walls. They lead to a door. It's made of some sort of biological fiber, so tight that it stops our chainswords from cutting through. I'm calling Duo and Israela down here. They know most about insects and arachnids. They say it's some kind of reinforced spider silk. What kind of spiders make this? We have a plan. We're going to cut off my head and put the stub against the door. Then I'm going to regenerate through it. That was quite painful, but it worked. Once there was a large enough hole, I was able to squeeze the team through. And what was behind that door was truly beautiful. We tried going in there, but we were immediately pelted by heavy laser fire. So we hopped out and got back to our ship to leave. We put that planet behind us. Spider people, man. The lasers were screamingly powerful and left web-shaped burns in our armor. Smells like antimatter. Animus has detected a massive Skaven-infested planet on the outside of the galaxy. It's a 4-month journey. I'm entering my cryopod with Basket now. We've made it. Robinus has mapped out our attack plan, and I will draw it. In other news, we are closer to the O17 Osmotus star cluster. After this, we head for the sword. We successfully eliminated all the Skaven. We may have gotten some unexpected assistance from some Ultramarines. What matters is we've won. Now we're in the star cluster. It took 3 days to get here and 4 more days to find the final resting place between the stars. We found the sword and the corpse that once wielded it. The sword is small enough to use with one hand. The blade is so slightly bent, and the sheath is fully intact. I intend to use this on the orc and hunter that killed Mother. We found an extremely old Desmodushan totem on an abandoned planet.
The frogman tried to steal the throne, so he had to be slain. The frogman, the creature from the green sea, a portal into the deep water cave. He watches us and declared war, so now we fought. There were 2 leaders of his people. Gwynwen Kashia took them down to the bottom of the green sink and drowned them for their attempts to take her throne. The frogman is no more.
Basket's armor is complete. Heating servos run along the outer rim of the nickel titanium skeleton to repair any damage the armor may take. The 2 outer layers are light tungsten and graphene. The wing covers are made of reinforced carbon fiber for flexibility and stability. The visor is made out of an extremely thin layer of gold and resin. Her squeaks are now supersonic. We also added noise to detect sounds. She can squeak when she tells me stuff, and I've discovered that her squeaks are rapid when she's hungry and slow when she's tired, or frantic when she detects enemies. We're going to use this to our advantage. Damascus has decided to create small audio nodes to be placed on hundreds of planets around the systems. So anytime she hears a enemy on one of those planets and we're on it, it will send a node ping to her detector, and she'll squeak in my ear and tell me what she's heard. We've got a call from Terra. We're heading there right now. If they hurt the Desmodushans, it'll make Nurgle sick with what I'll do to these invaders. Reports say that there's a man and an orc fighting the Imperium together, and that's them. That's the orc and the hunter. I'm going to kill them. I knew it. It was the orc and the hunter. And they were cornering Rima when I got there. I tore that orc into so many tiny little bits. The hunter lasted a little bit longer. That power sort of hits cut up my armor. Rima snapped out of whatever trench they put her in and stabbed him in his back. And that was all I needed. I grabbed his jugular and slowly pulled. I stared into his scared eyes as he died, and drove my sword into it. Rima and I just sat there for a second. And she hugged me tightly. I hugged her back, finally. She was attacked because her hut is on the outside of the cave, but once the Desmodushans found out what was happening, it was already one war. Lenkajira walked out of the cave and immediately started killing orcs. All of the space marines fought beside her. It was a beautiful display. Her rage was a symphony, glistening with crimson. A few minutes later, and the Desmodushan army emerged. Not long after, the orcs that were left were dead. And the best fighters were last orcs. Rima injected something blue into her neck, and that she joined the fight. Wielding the dead hunter's power sword and her spear, a duel. She had armor covering her wings. She used them as shields from oncoming damage, while she head-on attacked. Through the flawless deflections, she was like a graceful dancer, if one was a trained war killer. After the last orc was killed, the Marines and the bats stared at each other with respect before departing the battlefield. Rima wants to come with us. I've spoken to higher-ups, a Grand Master and Primus, and even a few tech priests. I convinced him that her species is an alien due to their origins on Earth, and that they likely aren't mutants, but that they're actually evolved bats, underground for thousands of years, of course. So the Desmodusans are now protected by the Imperium of Man. Ren Kajira has been alive for a very long time, so she was able to account many things that the Imperium has done. I told Rima that she was entitled to come with us, and now she won't leave me alone. In fact, as I write this, her wings have wrapped around me in a hug. She has fallen asleep. I had to break one of my bloody fingers off so I could use my regeneration to reach my book and pen, because her talons are anchored into the expensive carpet of the ship, and I do not wish to startle her by getting up. Nevertheless, bat hugs are the best hugs. I have my pet basket nestled in the fur of my neck as well. I need affection in moderation. I asked Rima about that blue liquid. She did not want to talk to me about it. I smell it in her blood. It's some sort of temporary and primal steroid. The scent is rather craveable, so it must be addictive. If I confront her about it, she may not like me anymore. But I cannot let this heresy, this parasite, take her life. I refuse to let it hurt her any longer. We spoke about the steroid. Alexis has located and identified the drug. Omega methamphetamine. Super meth, basically. Bad. Especially for mammals. She was not angry at me, which surprised me. In fact, she kissed me. She shows me affection even when I yell at her. I cannot tell why. Perhaps she has some mind-altering disease that makes her crave physical touch, but just with me? Point is that the affection is perhaps too much, but a part of me likes it. As for her addiction, she has informed me that the artifact cures ailments and pains, as well as plague and even death, but her addiction is mind-based, so it will take time. For now, we will keep fighting for the Emperor, for our Primorx and Greenius, and for Enkajia, the Bat Queen. As I read this, I found a note in Desmodushan. It's written by Rima. Never forget, monster. You are not your name. I love you now and forever. Duvna, Rima.